going on, Recovery fam? It's Aaron here again. I wanted to get this video going really quick because I almost forgot again, and we're running out of daylight. So I'm just checking in with you guys. I'm doing good. Yes, I deleted the video from last night. I pretty much got positive feedback, at least about the idea and everything. But most of you guys were kind of right. That would kind of discourage somebody from, if you've seen the video, So you know, I don't know. I guess I still kind of feel that same way, but I could have said it in a different way. I did definitely say it in like a very discouraging way, and I kind of noticed that like halfway throughout the video. So, please try not to be discouraged by that. I mean, that's just for me. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have been talking like that. Was for everybody. That was just for me personally. You know what I mean? So, that's that. Anyways, we're gonna cut right to the chase here. I have gathered a few little pictures of me. It's kind of weird, but whatever. I'm gonna break the ice with you guys. So yeah, I got those together. I've kind of gone through my head. Went back in time a little bit in my own head, which was kind of crazy. I did that the best of my ability. It's been a long 10 years, so longer than that even. So, anyways, let's get to it. It might even be a little bit hard for you guys to see this. That's little Aaron right there. I'd say I was probably in about preschool right there. As a matter of fact, I know I was. I was in preschool right there. Um, during that time, my grandma was taking care of me. It was, my dad. I lived with my dad and my stepmom at that time. My dad had just gotten with my stepmom, so things were still pretty fresh. Like with me and my mom and my dad not working out. So I don't even really remember much of it, but I know it was a rough time. Just like a lot of angst and whatnot. But there were some good times too. Let me see, what else was up with that year? I was in preschool, so really not that much, but it was still a year that I think impacted me for the rest of my life because, the divorce of my mom and my dad, and just shit takes a toll on you when you're a little kid. But a couple years later, I'd say this was about first or second grade. So you can't even really see it that well. Sorry, you guys. It's me, little baller. I was probably in about second grade there. I was like a natural at sports. I think during that time, that was kind of a hard time. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was, my stepmom hadn't lived with us quite yet, I don't think, but it was really just me and my dad. My dad working full time, my grandma watching me for the remainder of the time, and I always felt overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I always felt anxious. I always felt anxiety. Like I always had food. We always ate. We always had good Christmases. My dad worked hard. My dad still works hard. You know what I mean? But that's what he had to do. So in turn, and I was like locked on to my dad. You know what I mean? Because that's who I had. You know what I mean? So I had like separation anxiety from him. I was real shy, really, especially around this time. You know what I mean? Like pretty young, like second through like fifth grade. I was, really shy, and just nervous. Just nervous all the time. What I'm getting at here is that feeling never quite left. Even being a really good hockey player and traveling the world and a life that some people would dream of, I still wasn't happy. You know what I mean? And opiates kind of filled that void that I had been feeling ever since I was in preschool, pretty much. So this whole thing goes so deep, and that's kind of just what I'm trying to show you guys. And here's going to be the last picture of kind of this series, if you will. It's probably going to be about 3 parts. This will be the first part, so maybe 2 more parts, maybe 3 more parts, we'll see. And it'll be the progression all the way up until now. So we're stopping at about 4th, 5th grade here. Yeah, this is probably about 4th grade, maybe 3rd grade. Little skater kid. I was really heavy into skateboarding at this time right here. Really heavy. I started getting really heavy into skateboarding. I stuck with that for a few years. I got into dirt bikes really heavy around that year. but still I always had this like overwhelming anxiety. Like I said, nothing was ever really perfect. Like I always had like issues with my stepmom, you know, when she eventually did move in with my dad, around that time, you know what I mean? So that was hard. I think that a lot of situations that happened around that time really have stuck with me, even sometimes to this day. Um, you know what I mean? It was really up and down with my mom at this point, and I was growing up really fast. You know what I mean? I was hanging out with like older people, you know, way older, and I was getting exposed to things around this age. Around this age right here, probably about, like I said, like third or fourth grade. Um, you know what I mean? So I don't know. This video is kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown, a little history of my life, if you will. And we'll pick back up. I gotta find some more pictures, to be honest with you, but we'll pick back up where we left off here, in maybe a couple days or so. I don't know if I'm gonna do it once a week. I'll probably do it, you know, twice a week for 2 weeks to finish the whole series, if you will. And hopefully I'll get better at doing it as we go. So bear with me, you guys. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably sign off here, eat some food, and get on the Recovery Fam Facebook group and reply to some people and show some love. You guys have been showing me so much love, and I appreciate that. I got love for everybody. Recovery Fam all day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next. Later.